Once you do something over and over again, then you start to remember it more. It's true. You get in the habit of it. Good morning. Yeah, which one? Which one was that? Which brain pop was that? Was that the winter holidays one? Yeah. That one was funny. Maybe we'll have time to watch that again one day. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's go over our schedule today. All right, I'm going to check off, drop off, and coloring. We're all here. Now we're going to start morning meeting, and then we'll do journals, and then math. Then we'll have a break for snack and recess. And then Miss Eccles will come for library. We'll do some foundation, social studies. We're learning about Hanukkah today. And then Miss Kornblick will visit. Then story time, and then pack up and go home. And then if you want to do some art this afternoon, you can do art this afternoon. All right, let's start story time.
Miss Lindy,
Yes, Isley.
are you gonna read The Pigeon Needs a Bath again?
We are not going to read The Pigeon Needs a Bath today. We read that one yesterday. Today, we're going to read Katie Loves the Kittens. But, Isley, if you ever want to read The Pigeon Needs a Bath, it's on the video from yesterday. So you can always go to Jupiter Ed and then click on yesterday's date, and you can listen to it then. It was recorded yesterday on our video. Okay? All right, let's read a story for morning meeting, and then we'll do some calendar time. The story is called Katie Loves the Kittens. And I see a word we know. T-H-E spells the. Katie loves the kittens. I look around for it. I see 2 pieces of paper on the ground. Okay. You did? Today was the most exciting day in Katie's life. So this is Katie. This is Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann had brought home 3 little kittens. Katie loved those kittens so much. As soon as she saw them, she howled, "Aroo, aroo." She always howled like that when she was very happy. But Katie's howling frightened the kittens. They ran in all directions. Katie chased them around the house. "Aroo, aroo," she howled. Oh, so Katie's just excited and she just wants to play with the kittens. But she's scaring the kittens on accident. Sorry, Cora, keep looking. No, 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 Katie, said Sarah Ann. You are scaring the kittens. You stay away from them until they get used to you. Katie felt sad. She didn't want to scare the kittens. Later that day, Sarah Ann was playing with her new kittens. Katie watched from around the corner. She wanted to play with the kittens too. She just loved them so much. She tried to control herself. She tried and tried and tried, but Katie couldn't stop herself any longer. She burst into the room. "Aroo, aroo," she howled, and the kittens scattered. She chased them around the room happily. "No, Katie, no," said Sarah Ann. "You scared them again." Katie felt even sadder than before. Poor little kittens, she thought. That night, the kittens slept with Sarah Ann in her bed. Katie missed them already. Katie went out the kitchen door. She looked up at Sarah Ann's window. That's where the kittens are, she thought. She climbed up the bushes and looked in the window. The kittens were fast asleep on the bed. Oh, what sweet little kittens, she thought. I would love to smell them. She sniffed as hard as she could, but they were too far away. She quietly climbed onto the windowsill. She quietly slid under the window, and she leapt on the bed. The kittens went flying in the air as she excitedly screamed, "Aroo! Aroo!" Oh no, she scared them again. Sarah Ann picked up the dog. "Katie, what am I going to do with you? Don't you like these kittens?" Katie felt very, very sad. In the morning, Katie walked into the kitchen. 3 bowls of food waited for her. She ate the first bowl. This is good, she thought. She ate the second bowl. Yummy, yum, yum, she thought. When she was halfway through the last bowl, Sarah Ann walked in. "Oh, Katie, you ate the kitten's food," she said. Oh no, thought Katie. Now she felt even sadder than ever. She went to her bed and lay down. "I love those kittens so much," she thought, "but all I ever do is scare them and eat their food." Katie stayed in her bed all day. After a while, she fell asleep. Okay, we'll get another one later, or you can glue it back together on the blue paper. When she woke up, she was not alone. The kittens had fallen asleep on top of her. Katie was so happy. She wanted to howl. She wanted to jump. She wanted to chase them all over the room and run around in circles and play with them. But she didn't. "That's my good little Katie," said Sarah Ann. Oh, she learned how to be calm and quiet and still around the kittens. Maybe until the kittens got used to her. And then once the kittens got used to playing with Katie, then look, they're all having fun. They're all playing together. This one's playing with her teeth.
Let's jumping on home.
I know, so cute. Oh, that was a sweet book about some new pets. All right, everyone, let's do some calendar time. I'm gonna bring my computer over here to our calendar. Okay, there's our month. What month is it? Do you remember?
December.
Yay, Charles said it. It's December. Starts with a D. December. All right, and then the year is still the same, 2020. But if this month is December, it's the last month of the year. And then we start over at the top with January. And because we're starting over at the top, in January, next month, we get a new year. And instead of 2020, it'll be 2021. Okay, let's figure out what our date is today. Yesterday was December 8th, so today is December, what do you think comes after 8? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here is my number 9 for December 9th. I'm going to put it in my calendar right there. Isley, is your hand up? Do you want to tell us something?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I forgot the date and my mom wants me to. 25th of Christmas.
Oh, yes, on December 25th. That's Christmas. We can count how many more days in a little bit. Do you want to count how many more?
Too far away.
Yeah, it's a far away, but we'll count. It's getting closer.
It's too
All
far
right.
away.
Yeah, so here's December 9th. Let's figure out the day of the week. We go up, up, up. Starts with a W. Wah, wah. Wednesday. Very good, Isley. And Wheeler, I think, said that. Arvina. So today's Wednesday. Let's move our arrow down to Wednesday. So yesterday was Tuesday with the T. Today we're going to move it down to Wednesday with the W. Okay, let's see. If today is Wednesday, what day will tomorrow be? It's a TH. Thursday. We also have something special happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of Hanukkah. So let's do some counting here and see what special things we have in this month. We have one more day until Hanukkah. Let's see, one more day till Hanukkah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more days until our winter party. We have to do some fun things at school, our winter party. 8 days until no school. We have no school the rest of December for winter break. And then we have 9, 10, 11, 12 days until the first day of winter. 12 days until the first day of winter. 13, 14, 15, 16 days until Christmas. 16 days until Christmas. And 17 days until Kwanzaa.
So we have 16 days until Christmas. That's not too long.
Not too bad. And then the week after Christmas, the last week in December, we have no school to keep celebrating those winter holidays. All right, let's do our pattern
Because I
today.
love having no school. We can have funny
Yes,
things.
it's exciting. All right, let's do our pattern by shape first. Let's see, we have square, star, rectangle, star. Square, star, rectangle, star. Square, star, rectangle, star. So that would be our pattern. Do we want to do the pattern any other way? Color? Okay, let's do teal, green, green.
Can we do it by all the way?
Teal, green, green, green. Teal, green, green, green. And yes, Aya, we could do all the ways. Let's do letter next. A, B, C, B. A, B, C, B. A, B. Not backwards, that's too confusing.
C.
Okay, let's do it by number now. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2 would be next. We did it by color. Yeah, we already did. All right, let's figure out our day of school. How many days we've woken up early, gotten dressed, had breakfast, and done kindergarten. Let's see. This is all the days we've come to kindergarten. That is a lot of days. 67 was yesterday. Now we're in our 8th row. What do you think? 67, 60, 60.
It's just 3 more.
Yes.
It's just
A
2
6
more days.
and an
And then we
8.
just need to fill 2 more rows. And then 3 more rows. And then we've got to our 20th day of school.
So Isley said we just have 2 more days until we fill this row. And then we'll have 3 more rows to fill. And then we'll be at our 100th day of school. You're right, Isley. That's exciting. Okay. All right, let's do some checking off on our schedule. Okay, we're gonna check off morning meeting. Next on the schedule starts with a journal. Let's get those journals out. Let's get those journals out. And the first thing we're gonna do in our journals, when we find the right page, we're gonna start with the date at the top, a capital D, a lowercase e, a lowercase c, and then a number 9, December 9th, and then the year, 2020, 2020.
Why does it say lock foundation?
That's what it says, just so you know what it is. That's your foundation journal.
Well, we're not doing foundation.
I know, but they have the foundation lines on there. I know you're doing a lot of writing.
I can't fix it. Maybe I could do it and I keep missing every day.
Okay. So let's figure out what we're going to write about in our journal this morning. Okay, and if you're still writing the date, that's okay. You can keep writing. You've got plenty of time. All right, our sentence always starts with a capital letter. So we're going to write capital W today. We're going to do a big W, an uppercase W, and then a lowercase h, a lowercase e, and a lowercase n.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's see what this word says. N. When. Okay, so we wrote when. Now we're going to do a space and start a new word. This word is just one letter. It's just the letter I. And when I doesn't have any other letters around it, it's always a capital I. So far we've written when we're going to do a space because we're starting a new word. So now we're doing lowercase letters again. All right, this word says wake. When I wake, okay, I'm gonna do a space. I'm starting a new word. I don't have very much space left here, but my next word is really short, so I know I have enough room. Okay, it's a U and a P. Let's sound it out. U makes an sound. P makes a pop sound. So let's see. Up. When I wake up, what do you do right when you wake up? When I wake up, what do you do right when you wake up? Vina's raising her hand. Vina, what do you do when you wake up? Okay, so Vina eats breakfast and then plays a little bit when she wakes up. Nice, so that's what she'll write in her journal. Ford's raising his hand. Ford, what do you do in the morning?
As soon as I wake up, I'm in bed.
Oh, Ford wakes up and then if he's still in bed, he stretches in bed. I like it. Isley, what do you do when you wake up in the morning?
I do it every day.
Isley, what do you do when you wake up in the morning, Isley?
I wake up in the morning and I eat breakfast and I get dressed and then eat breakfast. Then I play some games on my iPad. Then because I wake up early and then I just get ready for school when it's school time.
Oh, wonderful. So that's what you can write and draw in your journal. Yes, Vina? Okay. All right, awesome. Yeah, that's cool. And if you need another mask, I've got plenty over here. Okay, so let's keep writing. When I wake, write wake up.
I eat breakfast.
Okay.
I go down when I wake up. I eat my food. Is everything okay? Okay. Good. Okay.
The bird's on the floor.
No.
Harrison, are you raising your hand?
The guy that.
All right. When I wake up.
When I wake up,
Okay. Okay. So I.
Okay. All right, I was just gonna write and ask her.
Good. Good.
I just realized, well, it's terrible. I sent the same email to Avery Branch that I sent to Central. I just copied it and sent it.
What if we were actually making a real gingerbread house? What if we were actually making a real gingerbread house? Oh, like our gingerbread? Yeah. So funny. And fun, and funny, and fun, and funny, and fun, and funny, and fun. We can get all these time. I mean, all these
Oh, I see that. That's really good. Okay.
Can I sharpen this? And bug off. I get dressed and one of our sight words.
Okay, so you need to write and is one of our sight words.
How do you spell it?
Miss Maggie.
It sounds out what?
An A. Okay, yes, Catherine. Okay, let's see what you do in the morning. When I wake up, I eat breakfast. And then let me see your illustration, your drawing. Very good. There's Catherine sitting in a chair eating breakfast. I love it. So good, Catherine. Very nice handwriting.
Miss Maggie.
Good job, Harrison.
It's fan grinders.
Yes, Aya.
Look.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's in high. When I wake up, okay, what do you do when you wake up, Aya?
Eat breakfast and I did a little picture.
Oh my gosh, I love that illustration
I mean an
too.
oatmeal.
Okay, let's see. Do you want me to help you write eat breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. This is what you do. Spell if you write eat breakfast. Breakfast is a long word.
Banana.
Miss Vandelandy.
Yes.
Okay.
I need help spelling eat breakfast.
Oh, I just had it right here. When I wake up, I eat breakfast.
Okay.
Banana. I also go to take care of the banana.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Harrison, you're so good over here.
Oh, right. Well,
You wrote the G, so let's figure out what else is in it. Oh. What about T?
Oh, good.
All right, here's the morning. We're thinking about get dressed and banana. And what are you doing right now? How do you spell sweat?
Downstairs. Okay, that's a long word. All right, right here. You go downstairs.
Miss Vandelandy.
Here's what you write.
Where is red?
Next spot, way over there. I know, that was really good, Harrison. Yes!
I was thinking of I could write what I used to do in the mornings. I used to just cuddle my mom in the morning.
Okay, you could write that. When I wake up, I cuddle my mom. Let me know when you're ready to spell cuddle, okay? And I'll help you.
Well, I'm already ready.
You're already ready. Okay, let's spell cuddle. Cuddle. What does that start with?
Okay.
You're so close. It would either be a K or a C. It's a C.
A K or P.
What letter makes the That's a U.
You.
Yes, Elliot?
And I put a bell pepper.
Cuddle.
Yay! Yay, I'll come around and give you some soon. Cuddle.
D.
A D. Yes, there's actually 2 Ds.
Okay.
Oh, I'll be right there.
When I wake up,
I write 2 D's. Cuddle. Oh, I think it's an L after.
Yes, you're right, Isley. Cuddle. Oh, there's an L after. Oh, and Colin, are you showing me your journal? Let me see your journal, Colin. Let's see. When I wake up, and then put it up just a little bit so I can see it. Move your journal up just a little bit, Colin. There we go. When I wake up, I eat my waffles with maple syrup. Oh my gosh, Colin, yum! That sounds so good right now. And Colin, I hope you feel better, sweetie. I know you're not feeling that great this morning. You did very good with your journal, though, okay? Okay, Isley, let's see. There is a sneaky E at the end of cuddle. So when I wake up, I cuddle, and then we're going to do a space. We're starting a new word. Cuddle my, that's an M, and then a Y. Cuddle my. Let's do another space. We're starting a new word. Mom.
I know this word.
Yeah.
It's M-O-M, mom.
Yay! You know how to spell mom. That's wonderful. Okay.
Don't know. Money. Maybe.
All right. When I wake up, I
got a blueberry. I got blueberry. I even got a blueberry.
Oh, cool.
And I'm coloring it into it. Now we have to say J. And a grape. And I have to do a J.
I get. Okay, good.
I got a glitter. Get a sneaky pigeon. Open the Miss Vandal Andy. But Miss Vandal Andy.
Yes, I'll be right there, Isley. Adeline, I'll be right there. Just one.
I don't think I can do another one.
I'll help you when I get a chance. All right, Adeline. Did you have a question or did you want to show your journal?
I want to show my journal.
Okay, let's see it. Oops, I might have accidentally muted you. Oh, well, that's okay. You can unmute yourself if you want. When I wake up, I eat breakfast. Wonderful. And I see there's a picture of you getting up in your bed and then going and eating breakfast. So good. Very nice journal, Adeline.
In my journal, it's full of vegetables and a band.
So
refrigerator, but a sneaky pigeon opening the refrigerator. That was my dog making eyes.
lowercase, always lowercase. So only an I is uppercase, just like so, and only the first letter is uppercase. That's lowercase. So you're doing lowercase R. Did you get your sticker? Did you get your sticker off?
I grew a sneaky pigeon.
Oh, here's your sticker.
I'm gonna show you.
Want that one?
I grew a sneaky pigeon. Lay down like this on my bed, and I put my arm up.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit the land around. I need a hot dog.
Yes, let me get them in as soon as I get a chance.
And here's Wanda. No, listen. That's that for you, because you have an E. Wanda,
Oh, you got it. Hey,
Wanda. I do Wanda.
Okay, Ford, do you want to share?
I put a Wanda sticker and like it's Wanda giving the word.
Okay, everybody, we are going to have about 1 more minute for journals before we start some math. Start finishing up those journals. Isley, let me see yours. Let's see. Oh, there's you. When I wake up, I cuddle my mom. Nice job, Isley. Very good. I like that illustration. Okay, Ford wants to share hers at home, too.
So this is me sleeping and snuggling when I wake up, and they'll just sneaky pigeon in a sleeping bag.
Oh, so funny. Now, Ford, get your mask up over your nose, please. Thank you. Yes, Vina wants to share you hers, and then we'll start some math. Cool, Ford. Okay, Wheeler, are you done writing? Did you write your E? Get to your Okay, here's Vina's. Vina, do you want to read yours?
When I wake up, I eat breakfast and play with my toys.
Oh, she eats breakfast and plays with her
And
toys.
sneaky pigeon, and I'm eating bagels here. And here's a sneaky pigeon, and I'm playing with my toys. It's a little girl and a ball I'm playing with. But there's no sneaky pigeon. This is all you want to read.
So good. Okay, and Vina, let's tighten up that mask so it goes over your nose. Yes. Good. Okay, come on over, Harrison. Harrison says, do you want to read it, Harrison? When I wake up, I get dressed and go downstairs and eat breakfast. Very good, Harrison.
There's a sneaky pigeon
Oh my.
underneath the table.
You're all done. All right, we all did a wonderful job with our journals this morning. I like hearing about what you do in the mornings. When I first wake up in the morning, I always let my dog out in the backyard to go to the bathroom. That's what I do in the morning when I first wake up. You do that too, Isley? Cool.
That's what my dad does.
Yes. And then I usually have some coffee and eat breakfast, and then.
My dad does not eat coffee.
Oh, really? And then I
Get
feed
a
my.
puppy, so I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna get a puppy soon, right, Catherine? So then you'll have to
Yep.
let your dog out in the morning when you get your puppy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's do some checking off on our schedule. We're gonna check off journals. Lots of nice writing this morning. Next on our schedule, M-A-T-H. We know TH makes a th sound. So math. Math. Next on the schedule is math. Okay, we are going to get our dark orange math books out. we're gonna get our dark orange math books out.
Look at mine. It looks like quantum going over.
And we're gonna turn to page 122. 122. Page 122. 122.
I have a lot. Where's my pencil?
So page 122. 122. Okay, yesterday in math we were talking about weight, how much things weigh, and we were using that scale, that balance, to figure out what weighs more, what weighs less. How many blocks does a pencil weigh? How many blocks does a marker weigh? Well, today in math, we're talking about capacity. And capacity is like how much liquid will fit in a container. How much liquid will fit in a container? So I'm going to show you some different containers, and we're going to talk about how much liquid will fit in them. Okay, so this one is a cup. But it's not like a cup that you would drink out of. I guess you could, but we call this one a measuring cup. The reason why we call it a measuring cup is because it has some measurements on the side. This is exactly 1 cup. This would be half a cup. Okay, so this is 1 cup. And you could measure liquid in there. You could measure some water. Maybe you're baking a cake, you could measure some milk in there and then pour it into your cake. This also holds liquid. This is a spoon, but it's not really like the spoon you would eat with. I guess you could, but this is a measuring spoon. It holds exactly 1 tablespoon, exactly 1 tablespoon of water, of milk. Maybe you're measuring
1 teaspoon.
Yeah,
There's
this is
also a
1.
teaspoon.
And then this is like a big pitcher. Oh, this would hold a lot of liquid, right? Maybe you're gonna make lemonade in here. Maybe you're gonna water some plants, so you fill it with water. Okay, maybe you have a lot of tea in here and you pour some to all your family. So let's look at our 3 containers here. Which one do you think would hold the most liquid? Which one? Yeah, probably the pitcher, probably the biggest one. Look, you could fill all of that up with water, right? Which one do you think would hold the least amount of liquid? The least amount. Yeah, probably the teaspoon. That would hold the least amount. It's the littlest. You could only fill that little bit up. And then the cup would hold the middle. It would hold the middle, okay? So, gosh, what would happen if I filled this whole pitcher up with water and I tried to pour it all in the cup? What would happen? It would overflow, right? It would overflow with water. Now, what would happen though if the pitcher was empty, but I had a cup full of water and I tried to pour it in the pitcher? What would? Yeah, it wouldn't overflow. It wouldn't even get all the way filled up. Maybe it would only fill up like this much, okay? Okay, let's take a look at our math books and see what we're doing here. So we're on page 122 in our math books, and we're gonna need a pencil on page 122 in our math books. Okay, all right, we're gonna need a pencil. I'm gonna use markers so you can see really well. All right, it says, circle the container that can hold more. Circle the container that can hold more. So it looks like they're emptying a cup of water into like a pan. Which one can hold more water? Which one can? Yeah, the pan could hold more water. So we're gonna circle the pan. That can hold more water than the cup. So we're gonna circle the pan.
It's not overflowing.
It's not overflowing, that's right. It could even hold some more water. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, it's a big pitcher of water, and they're pouring it in a little mug, a little cup, and look, it's overflowing. Which container do you think can hold more water? Which one? The pitcher or the cup? Which one? Yeah, the pitcher can hold more water than the cup. Because look, it's the pitcher's pouring water in the cup and it's overflowing out of the cup. So the pitcher can hold more. Okay, let's look at this one. I see a big jug of water and a little jug of water. Look at that. So they're pouring the big one in the little one. Which one can hold more? It looks like the little one's overflowing.
The big jug.
Yeah, the big one can hold more water. So we're going to circle the big one. The big one can hold more water. So we're going to circle the big one. Oh, wonderful, everybody. That's good work. Okay, we just have one more. It looks like they're pouring a little cup, and it looks like a measuring cup that looks just like ours. It looks a measuring cup, and they're pouring it into a bowl, a big bowl. It looks like there's still some room left for more water. Which one do you think could hold more water? The cup or the bowl? Yeah, I think you're right. The bowl can hold more water than the cup. Look, there's still more room for water in there, in the bowl. So we circled the container that can hold more. Okay? All right, nice job, everybody. We are done with math for the day. That wasn't too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and put our pencils back where they belong. Let's close up your math books and put your math books back where they belong. Let's make sure your desk area is nice and neat and organized. Very good. Let's make sure there aren't any paper on the floor. Everything's cleaned up. And let's do some checking off on our schedule. You can save them on your desk, sweetie. You can save them on your desk. Let's check off math. Next on our schedule, we have snack and recess.
Bye. I have to go.
Okay, bye, Aya. We'll see you after our break, sweetie. Bye.
Bye.
And then we'll see you for library with Miss Eccles, and then foundations, and then social studies. And then Miss Cornbluth is going to come visit, and then story time, and then pack up and go home. Okay, you can take it off and get a new one. Yeah, no problem. You can put that one in your backpack and get a new one. No problem. All right, everybody. I will see you after the break. Bye, Catherine. Bye, Adeline. Bye, Colin. Bye, Finn. Have a good break. I'll see y'all after the break for library.
And hey, when I'm done, can we do a few spinning challenges?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna spin. Oh, wait.
The brain freeze.
Okay. Time for spin challenge. Okay. What type of challenge do you think I should do?
Spins.
Okay. See how long I can spin. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. You're supposed to be counting.
I'm counting in my head.
That's so nice. Hey, friends. So everybody just got back inside from recess, so we're gonna get ready for library. It's good to see you, Adeline. I see Finn. I see Catherine. I see Colin. Hi, it's you. All right, we're getting settled in. I can see Charles is ready. Wheeler's ready. Yes, Wheeler?
That is not charged.
Who do you like more than Ant-Man?
That's a
Wait, say that again, Wheeler?
plug them in. Yeah.
Oh, Wasp. Yes. Yeah, who do you like more than Superman, Ford? Oh, wait, say that again? Oh, all right, friends. Since we're starting just a tiny bit late, we are jumping right into meeting our author today, the author of the book that we are going to read. And sneak preview, in his picture right here, he's actually holding the book. So you know how on Monday we talked about another really important December holiday, Kwanzaa, which is celebrated by African people. Today we are going to talk about a different holiday called Hanukkah that is celebrated by Jewish people. And we're going to learn about Hanukkah from our author who is a Jewish person. His name is his name is Eric Kimmel. So if you can figure out one of the clues on the screen and you want to tell me what you recognize, raise your hand. Oh, please raise your hand, Elliot. All right, I'm going to start with Adeline. Which clue do you recognize about our author?
He likes scuba diving.
Yes, he went scuba diving. So he loves traveling, and he recently became a registered, certified scuba diver. That's one clue. All right, Charles, what's another one? Yes, he loves books. And Charles, can you see on the screen the number that tells you how many books he's written? Yeah, over 150 books. Oh, he likes birds. Oh, yes, he does like birds. When he travels, he actually tries to learn about the different kinds of bird species in the places where he goes. So for example, this bird is from Malaysia, and this is a picture he took of it when he was traveling to Malaysia a while ago. All right, Ford, your hand's been up. You recognize something?
Look how he likes that picture of that bridge.
Yes.
He likes that bridge.
Ford, do you know where in the United States you'd find this bridge?
Yeah.
All right, Harrison has an idea. Harrison, where would you find this bridge?
Near the ocean?
Yeah.
Near Austin.
Ooh, okay.
Near where my mom was.
Oh, there are some really great bridges in Austin, but unfortunately you won't find this one in Austin. You'll find it in New York.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's why I traveled for the summer because it's so hot in Austin.
Yeah. Were you up in Montauk, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
No, that was in Montauk.
Ooh. Vina, you recognize something.
You're like traveling around.
Yeah, he does. He likes traveling and walking. So this bridge right here, you'll find it in New York, and it is called the Brooklyn Bridge. So New York has some really important different neighborhoods that people live in. He grew up in the neighborhood of Brooklyn, and growing up in Brooklyn was something that really changed him for the rest of his life, because he noticed when he lived in Brooklyn that people all over the world came to live in his neighborhood. So when he went walking down the street, he would hear people speak different languages. He would smell all types of different kinds of foods being cooked. He would see people wearing different kinds of clothes from all over the world, and it made him really curious. And it made him not only want to learn about those different places and peoples and cultures and ideas, it made him want to travel there. And that all started when he was a kid in Brooklyn, wandering around his neighborhood. And so right here, there's one more thing we want to talk about. Right here, this says National Jewish Book Awards winner from the Jewish Book Council. So that is an award given to Jewish authors who write some of the very best books. And next to it, you'll see a number. Who can raise their hand and tell me how many times has he won this award?
5.
Vina?
5.
5 times. So he's a pretty incredible author. So I'm excited to read his story to you because it's going to show us a little bit about how people celebrate Hanukkah. But it
Miss Eccles? Miss Eccles?
Yes, I.
Where's the number that shows us how many books he wrote?
Oh, right here. So this is the number 150. Then next to
Where?
the award.
I
Oh,
can't see it.
can you see my screen?
Yes,
It's
but I
above the
don't see
picture
the
of the
number.
bridge. Do you see my white pointer? It's going in circles around the number 150.
No, I don't see a pointer.
Let's see. I'll try it with this one. Do you see a little circle?
Oh yeah, now I see it.
That's the number 150.
Oh, now I see it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you see it now. All right, so let's go ahead and change the slide, and we're going to talk about a couple of the pictures you're going to see in this book. Now, if we look at the front cover of this book, we see that National Book Award right here on it, telling us this book won this award. But we can also make a guess about if this book is going to be fiction, made up, or if it's going to be nonfiction and true. Charles says fiction. All right, shall we do our fiction cheer? I think we're ready. On the count of 3, and I'm not going to give you any clues about it, so think about right now what it sounds like. And we're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3. Fiction, fiction, what do you do? Tell us stories that are not true. That's right. So there are going to be some not true parts in our book, but this is a little sneaky, so make sure you're listening. There are going to be some real traditions and symbols of how people celebrate Hanukkah in this book. So this bear right here who's giving this lady a kiss, it looks like, that's the made up part. But the way people celebrate Hanukkah and some of the foods and things we see are going to be real, and they're going to help us learn about what a family might do to celebrate Hanukkah during one of the nights of this holiday. So first thing you're going to see right here that is really important for Hanukkah is this candle holder. Now, without shouting out, does anybody know the name of this candle holder? It starts with an M. Yes, Charles? That's right. It's called a menorah.
I know that. I know.
Oh, Ford knows that. All right. Now, right here, we see a type of food. Does anybody know what this type of food is called? You will know by the end, or maybe what it's made out of. Vina's got an idea. Oh, Vina's guessing pizza. It does kind of look like pizza because it's got like the shredded, it looks like shredded cheese, but it's not cheese actually. Oh, Adeline's raising her hand. Yeah, those are latkes, and latkes are made out of shredded. Do you know, Charles? Mm-hmm.
I thought it was some sort of meat, like chicken.
Oh, yeah, I could see that too. Charles thought it might be chicken. Latkes are actually made out of shredded potatoes. And you're gonna see this woman in our story, her name is Baba Brena, and Baba is the Yiddish word for grandmother. So grandmother Brena is gonna make potatoes, or make potato latkes. And you're gonna see how that works in the story. Now, there are two more pictures we wanna figure out what they are. What are these? Dreidels. Dreidels are a spinning top game, right? That some families will play during Hanukkah. And depending on which side the dreidel falls, what do you usually win if you're playing this game? Gelt or chocolate coins. Last but not least, right here, this one's kind of hard. In this book, you're going to see that Baba Brena is waiting for a special visitor. She is waiting for the leader of her church. And in the Jewish religion, that is called a rabbi. So a rabbi is the leader of their church, which is called a synagogue.
That's the leader of the Jewish.
Yeah, so this is the rabbi right here. And rabbis lead these synagogues. So just a little background to this story before we dive on in. And this is another one on Epic. And there are a few other Eric Kimmel books on here. So if you like this book and like to read Epic with your family, definitely look it up. All right, who's my electrician? Vina, would you turn the lights off so we can see the pictures? Yeah, just a little bit better. It makes the colors brighter when the lights are off. All right, so we are going to read Hanukkah Bear by Eric A. Kimmel. Our illustrator is Mike Wanautka. Here's how this story starts. Old Bear woke up from his winter sleep. Without shouting out, raise your hand. What do you call a bear's winter sleep? Raise your hand so I can call on you. Okay, Wheeler. That's right. He woke up from his hibernation. He poked his nose outside the den. And what was that? He smelled something to eat. Old Bear's empty stomach rumbled, and he shook himself all over. Then he lumbered out of his den. Lumbered means to kind of like walk heavily to follow the delicious smell. Baba Brena took the last potato. What kind of food do we think? We just learned this word. Say, you know, that's right. Took the last potato latke from the pan where she'd been frying it and put it in the oven to keep it warm. Baba Brena was 97 years old, and she couldn't hear or see very well. Not as well as she used to, but that did not stop her from making the very best, tastiest potato latkes in the whole village. Every year at Hanukkah time, all of her friends would come to her house on the edge of the forest. How they loved those latkes. Baba Brena always made plenty, but tonight she made twice as many as usual. Tonight was special because the rabbi was coming. Now remember, rabbis are the leaders of what? The church, which Jewish people would call synagogue. So Baba Brena hurried to get ready, and I'll zoom in so you can see. Is anything unusual happening here? Yeah, she might not mean to sweep and dust her cat, but she's doing the best she can. Here she goes, and she's getting out her menorah. Just then she heard not a knock, but sort of a thump at the door. So she opened it. Rabbi, she said, you're here early. It's so nice to see you. But since we've got an old bear here, he didn't say hello. He said, "Roar. Happy Hanukkah to you two. Please come on in." Old Bear walked into the house. "I'll take your coat, Rabbi." My, as she kind of grabbed it, how thick it is. Baba Brena tugged Old Bear's fur, so he roared with a please stop sound. Now think about what that might sound, and if you would like to do a please stop roar, you can try it out on the count of 3, and when I go like this, remember, the roars have to stop so we can continue the story. All right, so think what your please stop roar might sound like. 1, 2, 3. Well done! And we stopped and can continue. All right, friends, there are going to be quite a few opportunities to be my old bear, so get ready.
Look at her.
Oh, you want to keep your coat on? Okay, that's all right. I do know it might be a little bit chilly in here. Old Bear's nose twitched, and he made a sort of roar. So try that out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Rabbi. How kind of you to say that. Those latkes will taste even better than they smell. So Old Bear followed his nose to the oven, and he made his happy discovery roar. You want to try that out on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Rabbi, I'm surprised at you. You know that we don't eat our dinner until we light the menorah. So that's one of those real traditions that families might actually do to celebrate Hanukkah. They light the menorah before they eat their meal. That's all right. I just know you were teasing, said Baba Brena. I'll light the candles. Will you say the blessings? And Old Bear's blessing sounded just like this. Baba Brena struck a match, and she lit the shamash candle. That's the candle in the middle of the menorah. So on each night of Hanukkah, they will light the middle candle and then light one other candle until all of the candles are lit on the 8th day of Hanukkah. Old Bear muttered and growled. Who has kept us alive and sustained us and enabled us to reach this season? Baba Brena finished the prayer. Oh, Rabbi, you say the blessing so beautifully. Baba Brena sat down at the table. Old Bear sat down beside her. Let's play which game? Can you tell? Dreidel, that's right. If we zoom in, we can see the dreidel right there. We don't have any gelt, so we can use these nuts, said Baba Brena. Old Bear cracked one on his teeth. Rabbi, you won't have any nuts left to play if you eat them all. Grumbled Old Bear. Don't worry, I have plenty of nuts if you need more. Baba Brena spun the dreidel, and it stopped on the letter Gimel. Now, if you're playing dreidel, you want to stop on Gimel because that means you will win all the gelt, or in this instance, all of the nuts. So Baba Brena swept the nuts towards her apron. An Old Bear was grumpy about that. Are you all ready for an Old Bear grumpy sound? All right, not too loud, friends. We don't want to startle anybody, but we can still sound extra grumpy even if we're not loud.
What does he sound like? What does Bear sound like?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Hey, Catherine, did you have a question? I don't think I heard it fully.
What does bell sound like?
Oh, what does the bear? Okay, I think he might sound like this. To me, that's a grumpy sounding growl, but our friends in here made some kind of similar and different ones too. All right, so Baba Brina says, don't be angry, Rabbi. It's only a game. She tossed him a nut, but old bear begged for more. No, no, Rabbi, no more nuts. It's time for dinner. So Baba Brina opened up the oven door and took out a platter piled high with steaming potato latkes. Old Bear sniffed the latkes as she set them on the table. And look at that. If you look closely, you can see he's licking his chops too. He's ready. Do you prefer sour cream or jam on your latkes? Asked Baba Brina. He said, which seems to be the bear word for jam or sour cream. Jam. He's a jam guy. Jam, said Baba Brina. I thought so. So she smeared 5 big latkes with jam and put them on Old Bear's plate. And look at that, he gobbled them down. Baba Brina laughed, and she suggested you should use, what should we use at the tables to keep our fingers and mouth clean? Forks, napkins, spoons, and maybe even like a butter knife, like a safe knife, so we can cut nice pieces and eat them. So Baba Brina wet a towel and she wiped Old Bear's face. I must tell you, Rabbi, you kind of eat like a bear. Yes, that's the funny thing. And you know what the bear said? In his best bear growl, he tried to say, I am a bear. So think about how that might sound. And we can try it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Great bear sounds. All right, I'm hungry like a bear, so I eat like one. I can see that, said Baba Brina. Old Bear ate and ate and ate and ate until all of the latkes were gone. And after that big meal, he felt drowsy, which is another word for sleepy. His head flopped down on Baba Brina.
Look at the kitten.
Yes, I'm going to point that out. So Catherine has seen, notice, even though the table might crash down on the kitten's like, I'm going to get all of that delicious what? Going to get all that jam. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There we go. Rabbi, you're sleepy. And after all, who wouldn't be sleepy after such a meal? All the latkes are gone. It's time to go home. But before you leave, I have a Hanukkah present for you. Now, friends, this is another tradition that many people observe or do during Hanukkah. They give gifts on the nights of Hanukkah. So Baba Brina took out a red scarf from her knitting basket and she wrapped it around Old Bear's neck. I made it myself, she said. And Bear made his best thank you growl. So think about what a thank you bear growl could be, and we'll try that out. 1, 2, 3. I love these. You all are making such fun growls. I like that they're different for each situation too. Oh, and he licked Baba Brina's face. Baba Brina blushed and said, "Oh, Rabbi, at my age." So Old Bear shuffled to the door and did a goodbye growl. Want to try that out? 1, 2, 3. And he walked off into the night. And Baba Brina said, "Good night to you."
When you couldn't talk.
I know. Good night to you too, Rabbi, and happy Hanukkah. But as Baba Brina was washing the dishes, she heard a, which is a little different than that she had earlier, right? I wonder who that is. Shalom, Baba Brina. All of her friends stood at the door, wishing her happy Hanukkah. Shalom is a Yiddish or Jewish word that says peace. People who are celebrating Hanukkah, or Jewish people, might greet each other by saying shalom to each other. How nice it is to see you, she said. Shalom, everybody. I'm sorry, though, I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi already came by and he ate them all. Baba Brena, said the rabbi, don't you recognize me? It was the rabbi. Everyone said the rabbi couldn't have eaten your latkes. He's been with us at the synagogue, which, remember, is the Jewish word for their church. Baba Brena rubbed her forehead. Something strange is happening, Rabbi. I think there's an imposter going around. He looks like you. He talks like you. And she reached up and tugged on his beard. He even has your beard. Just then, the children solved the imposter mystery. They said, look at the floor. We see what? What's on the floor that's giving us clues? Bear prints, bear tracks. A bear, said Baba Brena. Oh, and I thought that was the rabbi. Oh, Charles is noticing something about the children. So we zoomed in again. What do you see? Oh, the cat's like.
smiling.
I know, he's so cute. The cat's like, I could have told you that. You know what I like to think, actually? Maybe the cat like led the children to the bear tracks. The cat might be the hero of the story. All right. So Baba Brena said, and I thought that was the rabbi. And she sat down. And this was one of those moments in life where you kind of either laugh or you cry. And you know what she did?
Yeah.
She started to giggle. Oh goodness, she said, that was a very clever, which means smart, bear. Or maybe I'm a very foolish Baba Brena. Oh, well, let the bear have a happy Hanukkah, and I'll have a happy Hanukkah too, and so will you, my dear friends. So, guess what? Bring some potatoes from the cellar. That's my grater and my bowl. And everybody's going to help. You too, Rabbi. If we all work together, we can make some new what? But what do we call them? Some new potato latkes. And we'll have enough for everyone. So deep in the forest, back in his den, snuggled up with his new scarf, old Blair slumbered on. His tummy was full of latkes and he had a warm scarf wrapped around his neck. Pleasant dreams, old bear, and happy Hanukkah. Yep. Yeah, it's because he's all snuggled up and ready to hibernate, and that is the end of this story. But fun fact about this, if you read this book in Epic eBooks and you are hungry for your own latkes, there's a recipe there that you can make with your family if you want to. Now let's see how much time we have left. I think we are actually done. I know, this went by so quickly. So I don't think, friends, because we only have 1 minute left, that we have time for a mystery word today. For the 1 minute? Well, I am going to get cleaned up, and you can tell me, what is a holiday tradition that you celebrate with your family? What's something, all right, what is something you do for Christmas in your family? Raise your hand if you have one. Oh, Vina's got her hand raised. What's something special your family does for the holidays? Uh-huh. Oh, Vina shared several traditions. Vina bakes cookies with her family and they decorate. Colin's hands up. Colin, what's something special your family does? Go ahead and unmute.
What do you do?
We decorate the Jesus and put to put, and we decorated socks
Yeah?
and the big Christmas tree, and I got a Christmas tree, and the big one having 2 stars, and mine having 1 star, and and the other one has a rainbow.
Wow. It sounds so festive in your home with those stockings and Christmas trees, Carlin. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
We're not there. We on our trip.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So-
where you are in your trip. Adeline, you've got your hand up.
We celebrate Hanukkah.
Oh, you celebrate Hanukkah? What's a Hanukkah tradition that you do in your home, Adeline?
We eat latkes.
Okay. Do you like to eat anything on your latkes? Do you like jam like Old Bear, or do you put something else on them?
I don't like anything on my latkes.
Oh, just plain
Yeah.
straight latke? Amazing. Thanks, Adelaide. All right, friends, I've got to go, but I will see you all next Monday with some Christmas stories. Yes, Harrison?
It's not Monday today.
You're coloring for next week. All right, hello everyone. Let's do some checking off on our schedule here. Let me, the video working? All right. Oh, that's so nice, Harrison. Bye, Miss Eccles. Thank you. All right, we're gonna check off snack and recess. We are going to check off library. Next on the schedules, we're just gonna do a real quick foundations, and then we're gonna do some social studies, and then Miss Cornbliss will come visit us, and then story time, and then pack up and go home. So there's the rest of our schedule. Let's do some foundations with our magnet tile boards today. Let's spell some words with our magnet tiles. So for foundations, let's go ahead and get your magnet tile boards out. So let's get magnet tile boards out for foundations. All right. Okay, and let's just spell some of our sight words really quickly. I know Charles says they look like a computer a little bit when you have them in front of you. You can kind of like pretend like it's a computer when you're working. Yes, that's right. All right, so let's get our foundations out. We're gonna spell some sight words. Okay, if we wanted to spell the sight word and, how would we spell and? Like Adeline and Colin are on our Zoom meeting. And, what's the first letter I would need? That would be an A. And, what's the second letter I need? And, and in. And that third letter is a D. So A-N-D spells and. And. All right, nice job, everybody. Let's put the N back, and let's put the D back, but we'll leave the A. So now we just have an A. Okay. Colin, is your hand up? What would you like to share with us? Colin, did you want to share something now? Okay. All right. Yes, this is the sight word. A, just one letter. But
Like
what-
Miss Vanda Andy.
Oh, yes, like Miss Vander Endy. Now, if I put an S, Colin, you're so cute. If I put an S at the end of that A, then what does it spell? As. Very good. Okay, 1 second, kids at home. Harrison, Ford, Elliot, what's going on?
Does
Open it up, Ford. We're doing foundation. Thank you.
Miss Wendy,
Hi, sweetie. Okay, what was that, Catherine?
Separate property.
what does ass mean?
As, like if you say, I am as tall as my sister, or I am as happy as can be, as. All right, let's put that A back. Let's put the S back. Now, I want to spell one of our new sight words, the sight word to. Like, will you please go to wash your hands? To. How do we spell to? Ta, 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 ta. That's a T. And then the next sound is an oo sound, which is not really an O sound, right? But the next letter is an O. We just have to remember T-O spells to. Like we are going to go to the store. To. To. T-O spells to.
And we're going to the park.
Yes, we are going to go to the park. Now let's spell our other new sight word. We had 2 tricky sight words this week because you can't really sound them out very well. They're kind of hard to sound out. This next sight word is are. Like, are you having a good day today? Are you doing your best? Are. It's an A. The sight word starts with an A. What? Even though it doesn't sound like it. And then it's an R. A-R-E. Then it's an E. We just have to remember A-R-E spells the sight word are. Are you doing your best work today? R. A-R-E. Okay, nice job with magnet tile boards. We're going to go ahead and start some social studies now. So let's put our A back where it belongs. Let's put our R back where it belongs. And let's put our E back where it belongs. Well, our magnet tile boards are in alphabetical order now. So they're in alphabetical order. And let's put our magnet tile boards back down. And now we're going to do some social studies. I'm going to share my screen with you in just a minute, kids at home. But in the meantime, I will be right back. I'm going to help the kids in the classroom real fast. But in the meantime, if you want to, you can get out your Hanukkah coloring sheet. This one you don't have to do. This was just if you want to, but we're going to talk about Hanukkah today for a little bit in social studies. I will be right back, kids at home. So cute. I'm not sure. I never tried the different stuff. I'm not sure. Really? Okay, everybody. Thank you for being so patient, kids at home. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see. Okay, we've got some slides to look at here about Hanukkah. While we're talking about Hanukkah, though, you can be coloring in your little Hanukkah sheet while we're talking about Hanukkah and showing some pictures. Okay? All right. You didn't do foundation. You don't have to do your work. Okay, so Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday. It lasts 8 days, and the first day of Hanukkah starts tomorrow, so that's exciting. So each night in the evening time at sundown, your family and your friends, you gather to light another candle on the menorah. Sometimes they'll sing songs and prayers, and their traditional foods are cooked. And I know you've learned some about that with Ms. Eccles. The latkes are traditional foods. So a lot of foods that are cooked with oil. And the Hanukkah candle holder is called a menorah. So it has spots for 9 candles, 1 for each night, and then 1 extra candle, the one in the middle called the shamash, and that's used to light the other candles. Okay, so there's some different menorahs and some families lighting their menorah. And then there's a game that is played, excuse me, a game that kids play quite often in Hanukkah is called dreidel, and it uses a dreidel to play it. We're gonna play dreidel tomorrow. We're gonna make a little dreidel out of paper tomorrow and practice, learn how to play it. But on each side of the dreidel, there's a Hebrew letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and everyone who's playing is given gelt. And gelt can be like a gold coin or a chocolate gold coin. You can really use anything to play. You can use candy or toys, anything, stickers, anything you want. And then you spin your dreidel, and whatever side your dreidel lands on, you either get to take 1 gelt, you have to give 1 gelt, you get to take all the gelt, you have to give all your gelt, depending on what side your dreidel lands on. So we will play some dreidel tomorrow. We'll make a little dreidel out of paper. Ford, I'm talking. Ford will make a dreidel tomorrow, and we'll practice playing tomorrow. Okay. All right. And then these are some of the traditional foods that are eaten during Hanukkah that you might cook. There's latkes. Those are those potato pancakes. There's sometimes they're served with like applesauce or sour cream. There's jelly donuts. They're eaten for dessert a lot of times during Hanukkah. Okay. All right, everybody. I have a little video about Hanukkah I want to show y'all while you're coloring in your Hanukkah sheet. And then also on your Hanukkah sheet, I see a menorah. It says Happy Hanukkah. I see some jelly donuts. I see a gift. A lot of times gifts are given during Hanukkah. Okay, I am going to share my screen, start the video, and then I'll pass out the coloring to the kids in the classroom.
More than 2,000 years ago, a giant temple in the city of Jerusalem was a very important building to the Jewish people. For a while, outsiders took over the temple and tried to stop the Jews from practicing their faith. When the Jews got the temple back, they wanted to celebrate. Part of that celebration was to keep a fire burning. According to legend, there was only enough oil for 1 night, but the fire burned for 8 nights. Hanukkah celebrates that miracle. Every year, Jewish people have an 8-night festival that starts in November or December. Each night, they light a candle on the menorah, play games, and eat traditional Jewish foods. In America, children also get small gifts each night. Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday, but it's also a reminder that people should be allowed to be faithful to their own religion, and that makes it a great American holiday too. And that's Hanukkah.
All right, so just a very, very, very short video about Hanukkah. But while you are coloring in your little sheet, I'm going to read a book, and this is a Hanukkah story. It's called The Magic Dreidel. Thank you, Wheeler. A Hanukkah story. All right, so while you're coloring that in, I'm going to be reading a book called The Magic Dreidel. Hanukkah was coming. Everyone in Jacob's family worked hard, cleaning and scrubbing, polishing and sweeping to get ready. That is, everyone except Jacob. Jacob sat playing with his new brass dreidel. When his mother sent him to the well to fetch a bucket of water, Jacob took the dreidel with him. After filling the bucket, Jacob decided to give the dreidel a spin. The dreidel spun across the mossy stones and plopped down in the well. My dreidel! I've lost my new brass dreidel, Jacob cried. Maybe I can get it back again. Maybe I can splash it out. He started dropping rocks into the water. Now a goblin lived at the bottom of the well. He was a peaceful goblin who never bothered anyone, but suddenly rocks began falling on his head. The goblin rushed to the surface. "Who is dropping rocks on me?" he shouted. "Oh, I didn't mean to drop rocks on you. I just wanted my new brass dreidel back," Jacob replied. "I'll find your dreidel," the goblin muttered. He dove under the water. Soon he reappeared, carrying a wooden dreidel. "I can't find your dreidel, but here, take this one. It's magic. It spins out latkes," the goblin said. Jacob ran home to show everyone his magic dreidel. Along the way, he passed a house of Fruma Sarah, the neighborhood busybody. "Why are you running so fast, Jacob?" she asked. "I have a new dreidel. It spins out latkes," Jacob told her. He spun the magic dreidel, and out came latkes, steaming hot, drenched with applesauce and sour cream. "Oh, look how muddy that dreidel is. Let me clean it for you." Fruma Sarah took the magic dreidel inside her house, and she came back with an ordinary wooden dreidel. So she tricked him. She switched it out. Jacob took the ordinary dreidel home, but he thought it was really his magic dreidel, right? "Where have you been?" his mother asked. "And where is the bucket of water I sent you to bring?" "This is more important than a bucket of water, Mother," Jacob explained. "I dropped my new brass dreidel in the well. A goblin who lives in the bottom gave me another one, and it spins out latkes with applesauce and sour cream." Jacob's mother did not believe him. "Watch, I'll show you," Jacob said, and he spun the dreidel. But nothing happened. "Just as I thought," said his mother. "Now go back to the well and get water and stop wasting my time with this foolishness." So that means that his real magic dreidel, she took it, right? Jacob returned to the well. "Goblin," he called. The goblin came rushing up. "What's the matter now?" he said. "Give me back my brass dreidel, please. The wooden one you gave me is no good." "I don't have your old dreidel, but I'll give you this one." The goblin gave Jacob a silver dreidel. This dreidel is magic too. It spins out Hanukkah gelt. Jacob ran home with his new silver dreidel. He passed Fruma Sarah's house. "Hello, Jacob. Did you find another dreidel?" she asked. "I did," Jacob said. "And this one spins out Hanukkah gelt. Watch." Jacob spun the magic dreidel, and out came the coins. "Oh, but look how tarnished it is," Fruma Sarah said. "Let me polish it for you."
And Wendy,
Yes, Adeline?
what does tarnished mean?
Tarnished? If something is like silver or gold, like these coins, it can get tarnished. It's like another word for dirty. It gets kind of dark and dirty. That's what tarnished means. So she's playing a trick on him and saying, "Oh, it's tarnished. It's dirty. I'll take it in my house and clean it for you." But really, she's taking the magic dreidel and giving him a regular dreidel instead, right?
How does he know it's not silver?
What's that?
How does he notice it's not silver?
He doesn't notice, or maybe she gives him a silver dreidel back. Let's read. Let's find out. She took the magic dreidel inside and exchanged it for an ordinary silver one. So not a magic silver one, just a regular silver one. Jacob took the dreidel and ran home. "Look, everybody, this dreidel spins out Hanukkah gelt." Jacob's family gathered around to see. He spun the dreidel again and again, but not even a penny came out. "Jacob, this is no time for foolishness," his father said. "You should be ashamed of yourself. Can't you see how hard everyone else is working, trying to get ready for Hanukkah? Yet here you are spending your time playing tricks and getting in the way." He sent Jacob to his room. Poor Jacob, nobody believed him. He had to prove that he was telling the truth. When no one was looking, he climbed out the window and ran back to the well. "Goblin, come out," he called. The goblin came rushing up. "What do you want now?" said Jacob. "I want my good brass dreidel. The silver one you gave me didn't work either." "The dreidels work," the goblin said. "Fruma Sarah stole them and gave you ordinary dreidels in their place." So that's what happened, Jacob exclaimed. Goblin, help me get my dreidels back, and I won't bother you any more. The goblin dove to the bottom of the well. He came up a few minutes later, carrying an iron dreidel. Let Frumasera spin this one. She will give back the ones that she stole. Ooh, so the goblin gave him another dreidel. This one's made of iron. And he didn't say what happens when you spin it, but he said that let Frumasera spin this one, and then she'll give you back the ones that she stole. Ooh. Jacob, you do? Really? Jacob took the iron dreidel. On the way home, he stopped at Frumasera's house. I have another dreidel, Jacob said. What does this one do? Frumasera asked. Come try it, he said. Frumasera gave the dreidel a spin, and out came fleas. Thousands of them. Fleas are little tiny bugs, and they hop around and they make you itch a lot. Sometimes they're on dogs and cats. Frumasera they hopped on Frumasera and began to bite her. Frumasera scratched and itched. Oh no! Okay, I'll give you back the dreidels I stole. Just make these fleas go away. Frumasera returned the 2 dreidels that she had hidden in her apron. Only then did the fleas hop away. Jacob took the magic dreidels and ran to the well. He threw in the iron dreidel. Thank you, Goblin, for helping me, he called. I'll keep the first 2 you gave me. You can have this one. I don't need it anymore. And he turned around and ran all the way home. Jacob didn't mention the magic dreidels until the Hanukkah candles were lit. Then he took them out and spun them one after another. The first dreidel spun out potato latkes. Jacob and his family ate as much as they could. The second spun out Hanukkah gelt. They stuffed their pockets with silver coins and invited the neighbors to share. Wheeler, clean up your foundation pocket. Thank you. Everyone had a happy Hanukkah that night, even Frumasera. Oh, they even invited her to their Hanukkah party. Maybe she learned her lesson. Oh, so that was just a Hanukkah story called The Magic Dreidels. Yes, I sure will. I'm a little chilly too. Okay, everyone. All right, let's do some checking off on our schedule. And yes, then I'll turn it off because I'm cold too. We are going to check off foundations. And we're going to check off social studies. And it's almost time for Miss Kornblith. We're going to get cleaned up a little bit in the classroom. And Miss Kornblith will be here any minute. That's okay.
Uh-oh, but you're gonna get confused. I'm gonna cuddle in the camera. Let's clean up all this mess. You got your foundation packet cleaned up, and now we need to put all this back in the pencil box. All the crayons that I have to check up.
Really? I mean, you don't have to check off. It's only if you want to.
Honestly, everything you did not check off. Okay. You have not checked off next. Crayon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to check off. 5 things. You want me to go with you in the bathroom? No, are you sure you want to go? Yes. Because I can help you with your kids if you need to. You want to go to the bathroom, right? I checked that.
Oh, cool.
Ellie, do you want to go in the bathroom, right? Are you sure you don't need to? I don't mind helping.
Okay.
I'm trying to fill up the whole. I'm gonna get my. So keep this. table.
Miss Anthony,
Yes.
I want to show you the coloring sheet that I did.
You want to show me? Oh, okay, yes. Show me. Show me how you colored it in. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Look at that menorah and the presents and the happy Hanukkah sign and the stars of David. I love it. Oh, and Colin's showing me his coloring too. So good, Adeline and Colin. Thank you for sharing that with me. Wonderful.
I think it would be a gator. What? I was just gonna do a gator. What's that? I was just gonna do a.
Oh yeah, I wish there was a dreidel in there.
Maybe one of the jelly. Oh wait, maybe
Yeah,
behind
maybe so.
these and then
Popcorn lips.
maybe behind the door.
All right.
Already get this.
Cleaned. We are doing well. How are you?
Good. You could rollerblade. You could rollerblade. What? You could rollerblade. What?
Oh, I know. I know. Me too. That one is my least favorite. I use the one in the hallway a lot. Yeah. It's slimy and like sticky. Yeah, I completely agree. Definitely my least favorite. It's so funny how we know all the different kinds of hand sanitizer now.
Yeah, like usually if there's that or a different one, then I go for the other one.
Hello, hello. How are you all? So good to see you. Oh, I love that book, The Magic Dreidels. That's a good one.
Yeah, we just read that.
That is a good one. One of my favorites.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it again? Yeah.
You
Okay.
will.
I'm going to do something different today. So I want to start with our breathing exercises like we always do. So if you guys could go ahead and pause where you are with your coloring.
I'm not
Go ahead and you can just put your markers, your crayons back in your little box.
How about I
Do that for a little bit. I don't mind if you keep coloring when I'm reading.
I'll put my character right next to
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and pause in your coloring though.
I'll just finish the middle. I mean, I'm almost.
Okay, my friends at home, I do like your picture, Colin. Friends at home, go ahead and pause with your coloring. And let's all put our hands up on top of our heads. We'll do a couple of balloon breaths together. Ready? In and out. So that's one. Let's do one more. One more big balloon breath. Hands up top. In. That was two. Let's go ahead and do our drain. Hands out in front. Squeeze your fists together. Squeeze all the way up through your arms into your shoulders. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Breathe in.
I did it all by myself.
Whew, that one helps me to relax my muscles too. I get tight in my shoulders. So that really helps.
You scared me.
Wheeler.
I don't like that one as much because it sometimes it like hurt my fingers a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tightening up your fingers in a fist. You can do it lighter. You don't have to do it super strong if that feels better. Charles?
If we're gonna do a life project, I would not like to do it because I don't like doing that.
Oh, okay. No, we do have a coloring page, but you can do a free color too if you want. A free drawing. We're gonna do
I
the
don't
story.
really like the food drawing. I just don't like doing
Okay, we have a story. I think you'll like the story. Okay. Let's do. I also wanted to do. Did we do the hot cocoa breath last week?
No.
We didn't do the hot cocoa? Oh, hot cocoa is our new one then. You guys ready for a hot cocoa breath? Okay, here's how the hot cocoa goes. you are going to hold your cup of hot chocolate. You're going to take your hands and rub them together. And do you feel like how that feels a little bit warm? Like when you rub your hands together, it feels a little bit warm. And then you're going to go back to hold your cup of hot cocoa. So you're pretending you've got that cup of hot chocolate. Then you're going to take a deep breath in, smelling the delicious chocolateness. And then, because it's hot, we're going to make it cooler so we can drink it. So we're going to blow on the hot cocoa. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's do that one more time. You guys got it? So hold your cup of hot cocoa. Rub your hands together. Hold your cup of hot cocoa. Breathe in, smell the chocolateness. And then blow on it to make it cooler. Yeah. So that's our hot cocoa breath. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the hot cocoa? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Which one? Thumbs up? Adeline's got a thumbs up. Finn's got a thumbs up. Nice. Okay. So I have a story for you all today. And, you know, this is the time of year when a lot of kids are getting excited about the holidays and the winter break. But it's also a time of year when we want to be thinking about others. Yes, about being kind and how can we be kind. And last week we read the story about how do we want to treat otters, right? Remember, do unto otters the way you would have otters do unto you, right? So we want to treat others. If we want somebody to be thinking about our feelings, we have to think about their feelings. If we want somebody to share, we need to share with them. If we want somebody to take turns, we need to take turns with them, right? So there's lots of things that we do to be kind and caring and to think about other people's feelings and show empathy. Elliot?
Yes, I also made something for you.
You did? What did you make for me?
Gingerbread.
Oh, it's gingerbread. Oh.
I used my coloring. So I decided when you.
Very nice coloring. Here, I'll show it to everybody else. Very nice coloring. That is very kind, Elliot. Thank you.
And I even followed topics.
You did. You did a great job. So our story is try a little kindness. And we're going to talk about ways that we can be kind to others, especially over winter break when we're spending a lot of time together, right? We have to remember to be kind. He says, I'm sorry. No hard feelings. Looks like they're making up. Try a little kindness. This is a funny picture too. Now that's a hug. It's an octopus hug. That would be a crazy hug to get. A smile to greet the morning. A hug to greet each day. A thank you and a yes please are things that you should say. Our animal friends will show you exactly how it's done. Make it a daily habit. Kindness can be fun. Yes, Harrison? Yeah, sometimes we make mistakes, right? Sometimes we don't have control of our body. But then what do we do to make it up, to make it better? Yeah, we can say sorry. How can I help? Sometimes we're not ready to say sorry right away. Sometimes we say sorry a little bit later when we're ready to. He can still say it at some other point when he's ready to.
Because I did see if that's my bean sprout and then
Okay, so even if we do it by accident, we can still say sorry.
Well, I just see it
Okay, no, I know, you didn't do it on purpose. But you can still say, oops, that's a quick sorry. Remember we talked about how sometimes you have a quick sorry? Oops, sorry. And then sometimes you might have to have a longer sorry. Remember what the longer sorry was? So the longer sorry was when you said, I'm sorry, and you say exactly what you did for calling you that mean name. I know that really hurt your feelings, and I'm gonna try not to do that, say that word again. Right, so that's a longer sorry. But if it's an accident, then you can just do a quick sorry. Oops, sorry. Elliot?
Well, I know that because if they're really upset, also like really have to do it.
When?
Like if they're really upset.
Yes, if somebody's really upset, we might say a longer sorry. Absolutely. And if we're not ready to say sorry, it's okay. We can take some time to calm down first, right? We calm down first and then we can say sorry. Wake up with a smile. Rise and shine. Breakfast time. Do you guys like it when you wake up and your mom or dad or sister or brother or grandma or grandpa smile at you? I do. I like it. Be the last in line. You know how sometimes people fight to be first? Me, I'm first, I'm first. They're saying, be the last. It's okay, be the last. Invite someone over to play with you. He says, Red Rover, please don't call chicken over. Why do you think the chicken doesn't want to be called over? Do you think he thinks the wolves might eat him? He might be scared. He says, they're playing together. They're playing Go Fish, playing cards. They're having a tea party. What's for dessert? Uh-oh, do you think the pig thinks he might be for dessert? I hope not. And this little mouse just moved next door. For sale. Maybe he'll invite him to come play and make a new friend. Share your toy. The vulture is sharing its bone. Yes, Elliot?
I had planned it come over to my house.
Yeah,
And
great.
I also let him take my toy.
Oh, very nice.
When I came over to the house for that day.
So right now, we might not be having friends come over to play, but we can share with people in our house. So maybe we share with a brother or a sister or a mom or a dad. So we can share with others in our family.
I can answer.
You'll feel so special inside. Try some kindness every day, a smile, a joke, or something else. Come on, don't you want to play? Tell someone they are special. So he says to the grandma cat, you're special. I hope the cat is just telling the fish that the fish is special. Fish, you're such a good friend. I won't eat you.
What do you mind?
The peacock says, it's what inside that counts. Do you think that little bird wants to have beautiful peacock feathers? And the peacock says, it's okay. You're special because you're so kind. So you could tell a parent, you could say, you're special because you tuck me in at night. Or you're special because you care about me. Or you're special because you make me breakfast and lunch. And dinner. Or you're special because I have clean clothes. Thank you. This one says, be a great ally. So in the story of the three little pigs, does the wolf help them build the brick house? No, but he's helping. He's being an ally, a friend. He's standing up for them. He is saying all this work is making me hungry though. Uh-oh. Write a poem for someone. Ode to a dog. You guys think you might write a poem for somebody as a gift? Like a thank you note or a holiday gift?
I think the guy's like right.
Yeah. This one says, praise someone's work. Tell them they're doing a good job. He did a painting. He says, remarkable. Like really good. Like that's unique and interesting. Shapely. Catchy. Hold the door for a friend. Thank you. Not at all. Uh-oh. He held the door for the bird. Oh, that's not kind. You can't eat the bird, friend. I hope he doesn't eat the bird, friend. This one says, after moo. Instead of after you, after moo. Give someone your seat. He's letting him sit down because he has a little puppy in his arms. Pick up the trash. Visit someone who is lonely. The little penguin went to get the polar bear. So right now we can't visit somebody at the hospital, but we could call them, we can FaceTime, we could be on Zoom. So we could still visit them virtually. We might not visit them in person, but we can visit them on the phone.
Or on the iPad or on the computer.
Yeah, on the iPad or computer.
We can send a message.
Oh, this little guy says, want some company? I hear you singing, Miss Isley. I know you think we did it, but our job is not quite done. We need to keep on going. Being kind is so much fun. In the real story of the tortoise and the hare wants to go first, right? He wants to win the race. But he's just saying, after you can win. Help someone without being asked. May I help you with those? He brought some kitty litter. Uh-oh, the lizard's tail fell off, and the ladybug is offering to sew it back on for him. And this little guy says, you need to unwind. Maybe he needs to take a belly breath. Maybe that'll get the knot out of his belly, out of his snake skin.
Well, maybe he tangled him up.
I don't think he did.
Maybe
They do get eaten by snakes, but you know what? I've not seen one creature get eaten in this story yet. Even this one. The shark's not eating the fish. He's reading to the fish. Read to your friends. Yes, read to your friends. Right, thank you notes. Dear Tina, I love my new jacket. Don't I look ducky? Dear Grandma, I think he just got a teddy bear from Grandma. And then this one says, thank you for making breakfast, Mom. That's a cute little picture of the chicken.
It's just right next to it. Like you can just say,
Uh-huh. Yeah, but sometimes you could still write a thank you note. I like getting thank you notes. Do something unexpected. Yes, I heard it too. Do something unexpected. Take a selfie with friends. Which one? This one, do something unexpected? He let the bunny try on his tortoise shell. That's pretty unexpected. And this one, they're sweeping. I don't think she was asked to sweep, but she did. That's so funny. I guess because he's an octopus and he can hold 8 phones. So he's taking 8 selfies all at the same time. Pretty silly. When evening has come and it's time to go to bed, you brush your teeth and wash your feet and make sure your fish is fed. Think of new good deeds to do and some nice things to say. Then you'll know why kindness counts and look forward to each day. The end.
I'm not in.
The not end. That was the end. That was the end.
Not in.
That was the end.
Be not in.
That was the end.
That was not the end.
Okay, so for my friends at home, there are some pictures here to give you some ideas about ways that you might want to be kind. So you can take a blank piece of paper, just a plain piece of paper, and draw a nice picture on it of one way that you want to be kind. So this one says, it says, kindness begins with you. Kindness is giving a high five. Kindness is making a card. Kindness is waving to say hello. Kindness is picking up the trash. Kindness is cleaning up toys. Kindness is asking someone to play. Kindness is giving a hug. Kindness is holding the door. So you could use ideas from this, or you could use ideas from the story. And then when you're ready, show us your picture. And my home friends, or my school friends, you all can color this, or you can color it back and draw your own picture of kindness. Or write, if you want to write words about how you might be kind. Okay, so what is one thing that you want to do to be kind? Are you going to help with the class?
When Fran visited a long time ago, when I visited, he went to my dad. It's normal. But how do you not feel and most of the boys over here are mostly my friends.
Wonderful. It's great to make new friends. You can make friends with everybody.
Yeah, I made a new one. I made a new one in November. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to circle one thing.
You're going to circle the ones you're going to do?
Okay.
Yeah, that works. You can do that. That works.
I'm going to circle the person holding the door. Do you know why?
Why?
I'm the door holder.
You're the door holder. I love it. That's awesome. So friends at home, if you're ready to share a picture of a kind thing, just unmute yourself and tell us, and we'll let you share, okay?
You want to say an example of something kind?
Yes, Elliot.
I also made this also for you.
You could circle the things that you want. What's one thing you think you'll do? It's like playing a drum. January, February, March. Okay, the recycling, yeah, you can recycle it if you want to.
So you think that would be?
Maybe first grade would be.
No.
I definitely don't think so.
I mean, I can do repetition, I can repeat. the
Yeah.
Control stuff, but it's also like I can do that thing with different stuff too.
Yeah. I would, yeah, maybe just first grade. Do you know the first grade formula?
I've done it.
Yeah.
Since I've done it, it's probably been, I've been 10 years since I did it, but I still remember it. It's a little song and the, yeah, it's a little song, it's a penguin. And I think it matched up with first grade curriculum. Oh, we talked about poverty for a year. I remember before.
Miss Eccles.
Yeah.
But,
Yes, did you guys have a question at home or want to show me something?
I want to show you on my picture.
Oh, please show me. Please show me. Hold on, let me make it bigger so I can see it better. 1 second, I'm gonna unpin mine and, oh, there it is. Beautiful, tell me about it.
It's
Are you-
someone giving away their toys.
Oh, that's so great. That's definitely a way to be kind. When you're not playing with your toys anymore and you give them away. That's great. That way another kid can play with them. Thank you, Adeline. Did anybody else want to share your picture before we wrap it up? Okay. Let me go back to, you want to share? Let's see, let's share your picture. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
This is me making a card, and it says, kindness is making a card.
Oh, beautiful. Let me hold it for you so that they can see it a little bit better. So it says kindness is making a card. That's so great. Thank you. Anybody else want to share before we say goodbye to our friends? Or I say goodbye. I guess you guys have some story time still.
I took a picture of
He did a story too about giving away toys to somebody who doesn't have toys to play with. Okay, well, I will see you guys again next week. And I hope in the meantime that you're doing lots of things to be kind and caring and think about others. So,
yeah. I first away the ones that I
say it again, you don't what?
Look how many things I put. Look at my piece of paper. Look how much money. Look what
Oh, Okay, everybody, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. Okay, we are gonna check off Miss Cornbliss. There we go. Next on our schedule, we're gonna do some story time and then pack up and go home. And then you can have a break. And if you want to, you can do some art this afternoon. All right, we are gonna read a super duper silly book about dreidels. It's super silly. It's called I Know an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Dreidel. This is definitely a fiction book. It's definitely a pretend fiction book. It's not real. It's just funny and silly. Harrison, please go back to your spot. Yes, Elliot, good job raising your hand.
I found Harrison talked about school was wrong. And that four told me to.
Okay,
Four.
hold on 1 second. Okay, so Elliot, that doesn't really have anything to do, but if Warren says do something that you don't want to do, you can just ignore him and say, no thanks. Let's go ahead and recycle this. We'll stick it in the recycling. Okay, I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. Super silly book. Or Harrison, keep going. I know an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel. She thought it was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. And fatal means you can't live through it. Oh no. Harrison, back to your spot, please. I know an old lady who swallowed some oil. A picture of oil about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel. She thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. Harrison, your spot's right here. Thank you. You ready to clean up your desk? Get ready to head home? You two, Ford, you ready to start cleaning? I know an old lady who swallowed some latkes. 3 platter of latkes, or 5 platter of latkes, hot from the potkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled, about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed some sauce, some smooth applesauce that she downed in a toss. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled, about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed a brisket, a 20-ton brisket. She thought she could risk it. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled, about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel. A Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I will when I'm done reading, but right now I need you to clean everything up. Thank you. You too, Wheeler and Vina. You ready to clean? Harrison, Elliot, you ready to start cleaning? I know an old lady who swallowed some gelt, a mine full of gelt before it could melt. She swallowed the gelt to follow the brisket. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled, about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal.
And Randy, what's the thing that she just swallowed a second ago?
She just swallowed some gelt, and gelt are like those gold coins.
Oh.
Okay. I know an old lady who swallowed a menorah, a monstrous menorah, while we danced the hora. She swallowed the menorah that stood near the gelt. She swallowed the gelt to follow the brisket. She swallowed the brisket to soak in the sauce. She swallowed the sauce to sweeten the latkes. She swallowed the latkes to fry in the oil that bubbled and tumbled, about ready to boil. She swallowed the oil to wash down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Perhaps it's fatal. I know an old lady who swallowed some candles. 8 skyscraping candles were all she could handle. She swallowed the candles that lit the menorah, that stood near the gelt, that followed the brisket, that soaked in the sauce, that sweetened the latkes, that fried in the oil. She washed down the dreidel, a Hanukkah dreidel she thought was a bagel. Burp. Oh no. She said burp. Oh, excuse me, Finn, do you have a question? What's your question, Finn?
You just say she swallowed a dreidel that she thought was a bagel.
Yes, that's what I was saying. She swallowed a dreidel, and apparently she thought the dreidel was a bagel. That's how it all started. Here she is, swallowing the dreidel.
She swallowed the dreidel that she thought was a bagel.
Yes, it kind of rhymes a little bit. That's how it all started.
I was like, did you say a bagel or a dreidel?
Yep. And then she goes, burp. Perhaps it wasn't fatal. Oh, it ended happy. It turned out that she could live through all that. It was not fatal. So that is just a silly, silly story about an old lady who swallowed a dreidel. Definitely
A
fiction.
dreidel that she thought was
Definitely not a real life story that actually happened. All right, everyone, we are going to do some checking off on our schedule here. Harrison, this is your spot. Okay, let's check off story time. That was a fun book about dreidels. We're going to make some dreidels tomorrow and learn how to play. And next on our schedule for the kids in the classroom is pack up and go home. And kids at home, you can have a little break and then do some art later. So we will say bye and we'll see each other in the morning. Bye, Finn. Bye, Colin. Bye, Adeline. Bye, Catherine. Bye, Eyelet. See y'all in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.